Hello, this is Reggie with Stock Talk, and today's video is a update on FANG stocks. As far as a technical analysis, I am a swing trader. I trade based off of chart patterns, news, and technical analysis. So let's get into the FANG stocks. Looks like quite a few of them are forming flag patterns. Also, we do have earnings coming up within this week and the first week of February on most of them. So let's start with Facebook. If we look here on Facebook, it's kind of a broken out of the flag pattern. Kind of was in a upward channel, trading an upward channel, had broke down and now it's trending back to the upside. Look at a SAR indicator, is just starting a upside trend. I will see if that holds through tomorrow. Our RSI indicator shows upward. It went from oversold to the buying is starting to come in, and it looks like we have the beginnings of a golden cross here on the MacD indicator. So I will look for a breakout of Facebook, and we're looking at a price target of 304. If for some reason it goes the other way on us, we're probably looking at 207, which would be a substantial breakdown. 207 or probably 234, but that would be a very far fall for it. Um, and earnings, as far as what it did last time, it it gapped all the way up. It looks like the trend with earnings on Facebook, if it hits the top of the Bollinger Band here, what it'll basically do on earnings day, it'll just drop. And so we had a drop here. Well, the next day it dropped. It actually hit earnings, beat earnings, and it dropped the next day for 3 days, and then it jumped back up again. Went parabolic on us. Previously, it it gapped down. So this here is the reverse. It was at the bottom of the Bollinger Band, hit estimates, and then jumped up the next day to the top of the Bollinger Band. So depending on where we're at, earnings is on the 27th. So it depends on where we're at. So let's say earnings was today, then I would expect it to jump here to 282. But I believe it will go parabolic, especially with this market that we have now. So that's my take on Facebook. And again, we'll have to visit the market conditions at the time closer to earnings. So now let's go to Amazon. Amazon is trading in a flag pattern. As you see, it's starting to consolidate, and when it does that, it pressure builds up, and it usually breaks out. We did have a small breakout today. We're looking for an upside breakout. This is a bullish pattern. We're looking to hit a price target of 35.62. We're well in the oversold territory, heading in the buyers like the buyers are starting to come back in, right? And then our MACD indicator is again starting to show a golden cross, which is a bullish pattern. And then we have earnings, which will be on February 2nd. So let's keep an eye out for that. The previous earnings, we had on the day of earnings, it dropped. The one previous to that, it went up. And it looks like it traded close to this 20-day moving average on the Bollinger Band, the center line. So it moved close to that. So that's kind of hard to tell which way it's going to go when it does that. But according to history, it looks like I don't know. There is no history. It goes up or down. Here's in the middle too, and then it dropped down. So we'll just keep an eye on it, but it will go parabolic at some point. I highly doubt if the parabolic move is down. Amazon has been killing it. I would not bet against Amazon. And again, and if it does fall on earnings, if it gets down here, if it hits the bottom of the Bollinger Band, buy, right? Because it won't stay there long. All right, Apple. Apple is trading in an upward channel, had a small breakouts consolidating sideways. Look like it's starting to head north too. Our RSI is in oversold territory, so buyers will be coming back in soon. That's usually a sign that a stock is pretty cheap. Our MACD indicator hasn't crossed yet. It's still, it looks like it's heading to cross, but we need confirmation before actually doing it. Sometimes that move will pump fake you. Same things with Apple. If it's at the bottom of the Bollinger Band closer to earnings, well, in this one, it kind of gapped down for a few days and then jumped. Then it made a jump up. This was pre-split, so this was a different time. So I don't know if we can really use this as an indicator, but it jumped up the next day. But that's pre-split, and I think Tesla had earnings that same day, and so that was a special event. So I don't know if we can use that as history. But again, I went bet against Apple, especially when the RSI is down here. So I will go off of the RSI and the MacD closer to earnings, and the earnings date on this is the January 27th. Next is Microsoft. Microsoft went parabolic, but it had a huge jump today, trading in a flag pattern, consolidation, and then blew up. Again, RSI is slow, so these are really good entry points right now. RSI is heading to overbought because the sellers are in. Looks like it's trying to form a golden cross. So I do expect a parabolic move here. We're probably going to hit 232 on Microsoft. Let's throw Google in there. And Google, same thing. So Google already made this move. I wouldn't enter here. But I mean, hey, look, it's starting to move up. It's not even close to overbought yet. We've got good volume, so I guess I'll take a small position there, but you might want to watch it because it's kind of flying high. Our MACD has done the golden cross, and so just started. So I mean, it's behaving like a stock that's at the bottom of the Bollinger Band or the center. You want to think it'll be something that's moved this far up, and then we have a while before earnings. We have February 2nd on Google, and last earnings it went. Uh, from the center of the Bollinger Band here and jumped up the next day. And see the previous one to that is the center and moved down. So again, hard to tell. So and I wouldn't bet against Google either because with things opening back up, a lot of their business is the concern with Google will be the ad spend, people spending ads on Google and paying. So yeah, so that's my rundown of FANG stocks. If you have any questions, leave a comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. So I look at hundreds of stocks a day. When I find little gems, I do post about them. If you look at my Netflix video, I posted about Netflix going parabolic, and it did. It ran $70 when it hit earnings. So you want that information ahead of time. I won't tell you actually what to buy, but at least you can give you something to consider. Again, technical analysis is a part of due diligence, but it's not the whole due diligence, right? So, all right, I'll see you in the next video. And this is Reggie with Stock Talk.